We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it, and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
I don't like it.
Or someone you know been diagnosed with TDS? The symptoms can be relentless. Fortunately, I'm Dr. Trump, and I have a treatment plan. Let's hear what some of my patients have to say.
I have been suffering for over a decade, and after listening to Dr. Trump, I can see some results.
Man, I've been suffering for years. I really didn't believe that was help out there. That was when I came across this video on TV.
I really thought I was a lost cause. This was gonna affect me for the rest of my life. But after using the treatment plan, I can see a difference.
I really wasn't sure I could help some of these people. They were so far gone, I wasn't really sure.
I had no idea how much this was affecting my life. My work is slowed down. I'm hardly recognizable anymore. I just needed help.
I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. Constantly angry. I made everyone miserable around me.
I feel like I've aged 20 years in the last 2 years. I've been so concerned. I was really starting to worry about my future.
The treatment is simple. Turn off. Fake news. Say your prayers, and if you ever feel anxious, just have a Diet Coke like me, and you're going to see a remarkable difference in your life.
We are the hottest country anywhere in the world. The hottest.
Down, boy.
Sleepy Sammy never gets old.
Nice and cold. No, Sleepy Sammy never gets old. But speaking of Sleepy Sammy, he will not be seen tonight. He is on holiday. He's actually taking some time off doing the 4th of July thing. I don't think he'll be back until next week.
Well, so he's on assignment.
I mean, yeah, assignment of getting drunk with his wife and hopefully having a really good time.
So, yes, court-ordered nap time. It's okay.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, now we're covering for him. He's actually in a sleep study.
He was allowed to take 2 teddy bears, I found out.
Right.
Most sleep studies only let you take 1, so he picked a good one.
Mm-hmm. When he interviewed for it and it was over a Zoom call, they said, you get one bear. He's like, look at my chair. You think I'm going to take one bear? You want Sammy, you're going to pay for it. And pay for it they did.
Well, he wanted 3, being 3 feet, but they would only allow 2. 2 was the settlement.
That was a weak compromise. All right. So yeah, no Cave Cast this week either. But he'll be back next week, and this will probably be one of the last Iron Casts on this current schedule. The Tuesday, Thursday, got some announcements. The employment situation is pretty much in lockdown. I think I've got a new position. I'm waiting on the good old extensive background check to be completed.
What are they going to find on you?
Ours the behave yourself.
Well,
hey, don't worry. He's not affiliated with me in any way, shape, or form.
A lot. What's crazy is I've done background checks before, and it's usually just fill out your personal information, sign at the dotted line, verify that everything you said was the truth, and let them do their job. And that's it. This fucking company is like requesting all this additional information. They want like fucking they come back at me like, yeah, we can't verify this last employer. We want like all of your check stubs and W-2s from 9 years ago. Like, yeah, good luck with that.
Especially when you only for tax purposes, you only have to keep 7 years worth of back information.
What the fuck? So I just got what I could get off the fucking IRS website. It's like, yeah, that's what I got. But I'm pretty confident it's all gonna work out. And then after that, there'll be some major schedule changes both for Ironcast and for Rogues. We'll figure that out as we go. It's good to be back, here though. Every time I'm ready to just kind of get back on the horse, like, all right, we took a lot of time off, let's get back going. Some stupid shit happens, and this is some stupid shit that happened in Emerald. This is what you pointed out, that I was doing a great job sharing his story backstage that would have been great online. Yeah. So I've got a severely fractured arm right now. Well, I'll pull down the sleeve. You can see some of the fun discoloring.
A little bit of swellage. Yeah. Prefer to keep my swellage in the pants, but
it hurts so goddamn bad. I'm not gonna because dude, it happened a week ago yesterday, right? And wife finally, she's like, you have to go. Yeah, she bullied me into it. I was like, it's a sprain. I'm bruised. I'll be back in action in no time. Well, so she gets me to go. And I'm glad she did, because, you never know what could have happened. You could have like a little bone fragment or something floating around there waiting to kill you at any moment. So hopefully that's not the case. But they did tell me, like, good news is you don't need a cast. Bad news is you've got fractures in the worst possible places you could imagine. So you're going to have a lot of fun for the next, what is it? 4 to 8 months or 4 to 8 weeks, something. But, well, there we are.
It sounds like your healthcare providers don't understand the concept of fun. If this is their description of you're going to have a lot of fun over the next couple of weeks.
He was being cute. I didn't appreciate it either.
Yeah. Not when you're in pain.
Yeah. No. Dude, what was really funny. That. So they say they need to do x-rays, right? And it's been a long time since I've had to do x-rays, and every other time they take you into that room, they give you the massive padding, right? Like the protective shit, and they just take pictures of the afflicted area. You stand there almost like you're doing a mugshot. Not that I know anything that's about background check company. And then you go, no, now it's like chick comes in with this little thing and she's like, okay. And by the way, she was Asian, which I thought was hilarious. Cute little Korean or Chinese girl. So it's like, hey, I got my own x-ray girl. Look at this. She didn't get the reference. Anyway.
Ow.
She's like she pulls out the tray and she has the thing there. It's right there, bedside service. This is great. It's like, okay, now just straighten out your arm. I'm like, yeah, that's as most as you're getting. That's it. It doesn't like, no, nothing else. Nothing else is happening. So I had to stand up, like turn, shift, do all this shit just to make it work so she could get all the pictures. And in the meantime, like I said, you usually wear like that lead smock when you go in for x-rays. Now all they gave me was like this little thing as an apron that just covers my dick. That's it. And then she has a little clicker to take the pictures. And she runs out the door and around the corner and then clicks it while I'm standing there with nothing but this little aprony thing.
I don't see the problem. She blocked
forget your heart
stuff.
and all your vital organs. You know, I mean,
I had her busted up. Though. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm getting the best, the best deal in this situation here.
Now, my question is, why didn't they put you in a cast?
Because I don't have
it's location. I think it's because it's location.
Yeah.
So if the bones are all loose, I mean, are they going to heal themselves back to where they're supposed to go?
Well, so they should. I've got to make an appointment with a specialist to have them to look at it a little more extensively. Hopefully no surgery or anything's involved, but I got to have that ruled out. But just like Emerald said, due to where it is, a cast would be completely unnecessary. I'm just supposed to keep it in a sling and not really do shit with it. So,
okay, I got to ask: is your camera mirrored? So is that your right hand or left arm? Left arm or right arm?
It's this one.
Yeah, which arm is that?
Left.
Okay, so you are mirrored. Got it.
I am. Whoa, so I never do mirrored.
Hold
on.
No, you're right.
So you can't fix it now. It would look weird if you did it again.
Now I'm mirrored.
Left.
Nothing happened.
You're fine the way it was. Now that I think about it, it is opposite. So that's right. That's your left. Okay. That seems a little weird, but at least and your right hand dominant, right?
Yeah, I'm right.
So you should be fine. I mean,
yeah.
It'd be unfortunate if it's your dominant hand. I mean, dominant arm. Man, that sucks.
Suck.
Anytime you injure your dominant hand in any kind of way.
Let me remind you, he's got a wife. It doesn't matter so much.
Arza's going to go with it. Here goes Arza. He's going to go down the dark path with it.
He has a wife. It doesn't matter if he injures his dominant hand. Also, who uses their dominant hand?
Well, it doesn't. She's mad at him for not going to the doctor when she said it matters.
Lawrence, I told you that in confidence, but thank you for airing out our personal conversations. I appreciate it.
What did I say? I didn't say anything that you didn't just say.
He prefers the feel of the non-dominant hand anyway.
Hey,
so now he's really screwed.
Thing is, like, since this happened, my whole hand, like the hand has been fairly numb and tingly, so I can give myself a hell of a stranger. Only thing is, I haven't tried because what really sucks, dude, I can't grip anything. Like, I instinctively, this is my dominant hand, but who uses that to like open doors and shit? You're going to be holding, if you're carrying something, you're going to hold it and then open the door with your left hand, right? So I try to do that, and I'm just like,
It's like the mind is willing, but the body's weak.
But the body is spongy and bruised.
So now I see Iron standing in front of the door, bags in his dominant hand, and he can't open the doors. He's just waiting right in front of the building, just sitting there waiting until someone comes to open it.
Dude,
Lotion in his dominant hand.
The worst thing was I tried to make myself eggs for breakfast the other day, and I felt like a helpless child. It's like I was trying to do, because you use 2 spatulas if you want to make a nice fluffy, scrambled egg. And it's like it just wasn't. I couldn't. Then I tried to do like one over easy. I couldn't even flip the motherfucker. It's like, oh shit! Mark of reality for $20. We're getting the night off, right? Good evening, fellas. It's been a long day at the end of a rough week. Just kind of chilling late. EST. And hey, Mark, hit me up if you want to pop on, bro. Always good seeing you. We've got a long chat from T1270.
Good. It's your good old Twitch bot.
Oh. All right, we'll just move right along. Blue-eyed Scorpia. I use ours for a dominant.
I told you to do that in confidence. What happens when I'm sleeping doesn't bother me.
But you were fully awake.
Well, he doesn't have to know that.
Well, the real test would be if you can keep Sammy awake.
Yeah. Hey, we got Dom in the chat. What is up, Dom? Hope you make it to the meetup. Meetup is set to be one of the weirdest ones yet, because a lot of people. It's in one of the hottest times of the year here in Vegas. A lot of people have already kind of blown their load with Orlando just a few months ago.
They did their what now?
Blown their load, Arza.
Oh, woo, God.
Yeah.
In Orlando. Yeah, Orlando wasn't cheap.
No. Yeah, if I didn't live in Vegas, I wouldn't be going. So, but we'll see how it turns out. I think it'll be fun no matter what. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. For me, it was just a matter of spend the money to go down for a meetup this year, or skip and buy a house. And I kind of had to err on the side of buying a house.
Yeah,
probably a tough decision, but you made the right one.
It was. I mean, I racked the brain for about 30 minutes to going, the house.
All right. So speaking of Vegas, we were now just home to a foiled terrorist plot involving a place that I've frequented since I was a kid. It may be a casino. It's called the Sunset Station. It's in Green Valley, Henderson area. They've got movie theater, bowling alley. They've got a Kids Quest. While it is a casino, if you grow up here, it's more the family-friendly ones. You have to go to a casino to go anywhere in this town. Go to the movies, it's inside a casino. Most of the really good malls inside a casino. It's just part of Vegas life. So, but this is one in particular. It's off strip, pretty much services locals, and most of the people in there are families and older folk. Okay. And that was the potential target of this individual. And I'm going to share my screen right here, and we'll watch the local news discussing it here, and we'll share some thoughts here. So let me pull that up.
Which sucks, I've not even heard about this attempt, and being as terminally online as I am, you think I would have.
It has made national news, and for a reason that we'll discuss after watching this video. Which I want to focus on the tagline. Woman. Whoa, man.
I can already tell what's going on.
Whoa, man.
Okay, Michael Myers.
Accused of thank you for getting the reference, Ars. I appreciate it. Accused of terrorist-related threats in Las Vegas, gets $500,000.
Man.
All right, let's check it out. And there's no audio because I'm retarded. Here we go.
The suspect accused of making terroristic threats in the valley faced the judge today. Metro Henderson PD and the FBI say the suspect talked about a mass shooting and suicide.
Notice the wording she's using. The suspect.
By cop before officers tracked them down. Our Mike Allen.
Them.
Has the update from court.
Yeah, Hallett was not in court today, instead appeared on video and learned it's going to be a $500,000 bail. Also, stipulations for no weapons, no contact with any of the named victims, and going to be back in 2 weeks, July 15th, for a preliminary hearing. So the FBI says Hallett talked about a mass shooting and suicide by police not long ago. This all started here. It came to a head with a domestic dispute call after the suspect's ex-spouse said their car had been stolen with multiple guns inside.
Again, noticing all of the wording here. Their spouse.
Officers found that car in a parking lot at Sunset Station in Henderson, where police say Hallett refused commands to get out, but they were able to use a distraction to get them into custody. Police found 22 guns inside the car, including a loaded automatic gun in the passenger seat, along with hundreds of rounds of ammunition. The Southern Nevada Counterterrorism Center found a recording from Hallett a couple years ago where they say the suspect talked about carrying out a mass shooting in the Vegas area. Hallett is facing charges that include assault with a deadly weapon, making a terroristic threat, and multiple weapons-related charges, including short-barreled rifles being involved, machine guns, silencers, and again, Hallett is due back in court July 15th for a preliminary hearing, and bail is set at $500,000. Reporting from Henderson, Mike Allen, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
Oh,
you know what?
Oh, hi, Dermy.
Hi, Dermy.
Oh, Dermy jump scare.
You're grammar Naziing Legatus.
That's a good place to end it.
Guess what the kicker is to this Vegas story in my hometown? Oh, fuck. Didn't mean to do that. At a location that I've frequented since I was like 12 years old. Any guesses?
So what you're saying is another right-wing extremist decided to go after clearly Mexicans, being that it is Las Vegas and close to the southern border.
Sure.
Oh, that's not what's occurred. Got it.
What he's saying is nothing, so he can pass this background check.
So it sounds like pride activities.
Let's go to this one. Here we go.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Under Sheriff Andrew Walsh with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. With me today is Assistant Sheriff Dory Corrin from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, Special Agent in charge of the Las Vegas FBI Field Office, Christopher Delvato, and Chief Reggie Rader with the Henderson Police Department. We want to thank you all for being here today as we provide information with regards to a joint investigation that started on Saturday morning in Henderson. An individual was arrested on multiple felony charges to include threats related to an act of terrorism. As a reminder to everybody here, and why it's important that you're here, we remind our community that the safety of our community remains all of our highest priorities. Every day.
Then why not just talk about the glaring issue here that we've everybody on Twitter already knows. Everything's already been proven. Both the would-be attacker and their spouse go by, and this is confusing, he, she pronouns.
Of course.
The
Sure, why not?
would-be attacker who goes by Allison, guess what? Not the legal name.
It rarely is in these cases.
Yes. I'm just, spoiler alert. Yes, mark of reality. The shooter is in fact a man. The would
Bro's really putting the sun in Allison, huh?
You've lost all your joke privileges tonight.
Oh.
You were on a clean streak there for a minute.
How is that not a clean one? That's a good one.
I was proud of you. No.
Well, he gets one a day, so his joke counter is now down to 0.
Yeah,
so.
you're at negative 2.
Law enforcement officers work diligently with our local, state, and federal partners to identify threats, investigate credible information, and intervene before violence can occur.
Okay, he talks really slow. Let's
To start this, I'd like to turn the floor over now to to Chief Reggie Rader from the Henderson Police Department.
At least this guy's a little more engaging than the guy with the bricks and minifigs.
Good afternoon. I'm Reggie Rader, Chief of Police for the Henderson Police
Right.
Department. I'm here to provide a brief overview of this incident from the moment Henderson Police received the initial 911 call to how quickly officers located the vehicle and ultimately how the suspect was safely taken into custody. On Saturday, June 27th at approximately 9:38 a.m., Henderson Police 911 dispatchers received a call regarding a domestic dispute. The caller advised that her ex-spouse, Allison Howlett, had stolen her car and that the vehicle was loaded with numerous firearms.
While they refer to her, let's just keep in mind both of these individuals are men. You know,
They're really making it difficult. Just be gay. Why do you have
Yeah.
to make it so difficult? Just be gay.
And you know what? Hey, kudos and God bless to the man that turned his spouse in. That had to be difficult. You did the right thing. Everything's great. Nobody's throwing shade at you. We're just talking about the word policing and the fact that we're not looking at what could actually be a big fucking mental health problem here. Because, this was stopped, but how many haven't been stopped? We've already seen it. So, Blue-Eyed Scorpio, let's see what you got to say here, buddy. So this only happened because the one dude got pissed off at the other dude and stitched him out. Yeah, that's how it got stopped. Yeah.
Caller said the suspect made threats indicating she intended to commit suicide by cop and carry out a mass shooting. The caller provided a vehicle description and license plate number for the vehicle. She indicated she did not know where the vehicle was headed. Officers arrived at the residence at around 9:51 a.m. and learned the caller had location tracking on the vehicle. The vehicle tracking showed it was mobile until stopping in the general vicinity of Warm Springs Road and Stephanie Street. Officers began.
What an untrusting spouse to be tracking your loved one like that. Had GPS tracking on the individual.
Oh, look at this internalized transphobia.
Hold on. So
pretty blatant, actually.
That's a good point, Emerald. So it would be like, not trusting. No, this motherfucker probably wanted to know where they were because they were afraid for their own safety.
Well, we know the statistics. Lesbian couples are more violent when it comes to relationships and domestic violence.
And it gets turned up a notch once that lesbian couple is both dudes.
I will say it's actually not that weird that he would have the location of his deranged boyfriend. Lots of Gen Zers share their life 360s with each other in relationships.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like every single person I know in a relationship has their partner's life 360.
Okay, I gotta ask, what the hell is wrong with people nowadays? Do we need tracking devices on? Well, never mind. We already have.
Well, it's not so much to track.
Never mind.
It's more. It tells you when people get home, or you can set certain stuff. So like, oh, I know you're at the grocery store. Why is the person running late? It's not really so much to track. More of like, okay, I know to do this thing because the person's here. And
why is my girlfriend at the gym again? She's not getting any fitter. Anyway,
She meets with her black personal trainer 4 times a week, yet she's only getting fatter. I'm confused.
And she's gonna run off with him then at that point.
She already
and she hits a certain amount of tonnage.
For some reason, she keeps talking a lot about Tyrone. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
All right. Let me see. There's actually the what I want to find, and I thought I had it saved, but apparently I don't. There's the recording that they talk about where the individual is making the threats, and dude is just like, I'm gonna go fucking blah blah blah, just like talking about doing all this terrible shit. And then when they're being arraigned, like, yes, Your Honor, I am totally aware.
Oh, Celia just sent it.
Oh, she did. Okay, I'll check my messages here. Talk amongst yourselves for just a moment. Here's the recording. Okay.
Oh, my PlayStation shut off. You know, I hate these modern consoles because they do this cringe gay stuff where they manually shut off. So I had to interact with it. I gotta go get my PS4 controller, turn it back on, and put Mortal Kombat X back on in the background.
Dang.
It's the Jews. They're conspiring against me again.
That and the lack of physical media.
The lack of physical media. What lack?
Still waiting on ads.
Okay. Let me put you all onto something. There's a new it's not new, but there's a browser called Brave Browser. It has a built-in ad block and it works with all websites.
Henderson Police.
Okay, so I need to point out real quickly when it comes to Brave. Brave does not play well with StreamYard. And then you have audio sharing issues. So we're kind of stuck with Chrome until
get Chrome.
StreamYard gets their heads out of their asses and actually starts interfacing with Brave.
So why not get Chrome to stream, right? And then share screen from Brave. So you're share screening off of Brave instead of Chrome. You could do both. And
Let's all just let's just pretend to ignore
Arza. Allison Howlett had stolen her car and that the vehicle was loaded with numerous firearms.
He shared his life 360 with me, so I know where he is.
Intended to commit suicide by cop and carry out a mass shooting. The caller provided a vehicle description and license plate number for the vehicle. She indicated she did not know where the vehicle was headed. Officers arrived at the residence at around 9:51 a.m. and learned the caller had location tracking on the vehicle. Henderson police officers were able to locate
only
the
3
vehicle
minutes.
in the parking
The
garage.
recording is somewhere in here, according to my wife.
The suspect was inside the vehicle with the music playing loudly, refusing officers' commands to exit the vehicle.
From what I heard, he was listening to Rage in Favor of the Machine.
Right. Or Goodbye Horses. You know, always a favorite.
Now, I have a real problem. I've been watching a lot of police videos, mainly from like Sergeant Curtis.
Hold on, let's go. No, dude, no. Okay, I'll get out, please. Hold on. All right.
It should be noted that the suspect had been sitting on a handgun and had.
Let's hear that voice again, shall we?
All right.
Yeah. You know, that's the thing about like when dudes take to estrogen, the voice, it always has that kind of raspy, just weird shit to it. It's the
heavy
same thing
smoker.
Right. And like when the chicks take testosterone, you don't sound like a man. You sound like Kermit the Frog with a dick in his throat.
That's why I'm so excited for, and that's why I'm so excited for the Odyssey.
Right. And shout out to Bat. Speaking of Kermit the Frog, shout out to Bat Sauce, wherever he may be.
No, dude, no. Okay, I'll get out, please. All right.
It should be noted that the suspect had been sitting on a handgun and had access to a fully automatic, silenced MP5 style machine gun in the backseat of the vehicle, further corroborating the reported threats of suicide by cop and having the means to carry out a mass shooting. The team identified several threats that were allegedly made by the suspect over a period of time. Some of that information included the threat of wanting to become an active shooter or to conduct a mass attack here in Las Vegas. As an example, I'm going to play an audio recording
from
2024 that was recovered that appears to capture the suspect
making one of these threats?
Villainized by everyone. I haven't villainized you. I swear to God, if the FBI doesn't come and fucking arrest me, there's gonna be a fucking mass shooting. There's going to be. One day, there's not gonna be enough fucking comeback. There's no way I'm gonna pull this shit back, rein it back in. There's one day you're gonna be to piss me the fuck off, and it's gonna be the last fucking straw. I swear to God. You're gonna be the reason hundreds of people lose their goddamn life.
Our team not only evaluated that threat information, but they also served a search warrant on the vehicle, which was.
So we've both heard the voice, while this press conference refers to her as a she, as a blah 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 blah.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is peak femininity. Do you hear that? This person clearly is just a damsel.
Yeah, just your typical lesbian couple.
Right. And I don't want to hear any comments on this being a reoccurring pattern of individuals that identify like this.
Yep.
Our transbians are beautiful, beloved, and important members of our community.
Transbians. Is that did you just make that up?
I fucking wish.
Okay.
Transbians is a term.
Oh, God.
Unfortunately. And it refers to transgender lesbians who were born
again.
now.
Just be gay. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Just be gay.
It's all the lesbian porn we pushed in TV in the 90s.
What lesbian porn on TV?
That's the guy who just bought every season of Xena.
Yeah, Xena. That's not lesbian porn.
Okay, but how many times do they joke about lesbian porn in Friends?
I didn't watch Friends, so
got you there.
Lesbian porn, not really that often.
They made many references to lesbian porn in Friends.
Well, in the 90s in general, but the thing is, it's lipstick lesbian. Everybody everybody was in on the joke even back then. Like, these are not the lesbians you see at Home Depot.
These are not the lesbians you are looking for.
No, this isn't the real thing. This isn't, your vegan aunt and her partner, because you know what you're talking about.
Now, are you talking about like Caged Heat or something? I mean, never mind.
All right. But when is it going to get to a point where people are going to start saying, okay, there's a problem that needs to be addressed and looked at? And I'm coming at this in a place of, compassion and sympathy for people with severe mental health problems that need help. Enabling mental health, like the old argument that's been going on since this whole trans thing started, is like, you don't indulge people with schizophrenia.
It's very simple.
The toaster is telling you that the CIA is sending you messages through the neighbor's dog. No, you get that person help before they become a danger to themselves or others. This is where we are. And the majority of trans people, I'm not saying are violent, but when it's been just blanketly accepted to the point of, retardation, to where we can't even say this is a guy who his guy boyfriend turned in this guy. He's a fucking crazy man. But they're so careful to respect a would-be murderer of who knows how many people. We got to respect the pronouns, though, right? A Las Vegas woman almost carried out. But it also fucks up like statistics and just different things. Like, you got to think, now it's like, well, women don't really carry out mass shootings. Hey, well, look at this. This one almost did. Yeah, she's also got a 4-inch cock dangling between her legs.
Wow. Big down there, huh?
Well, estrogen,
4 inches,
being generous.
But it's clear. We will see it stop the moment it stops being profitable to push it.
Right.
Nothing makes more money than transgenderism right now, and there's no incentive. The violence is a small price to pay for pharmaceutical companies making
there it is.
Millions of dollars.
Yep, the pharmaceutical and medical industrial complex that is cashing in big on this, and they thought they had it in the bag for forever. I don't think they expected the pushback, because they just kind of assumed if you tell somebody you're being a bigot or intolerant, that pushback would work for everything forever, no matter what. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, you can't really blame them too hard for the amount of effort that they put into it. I mean, come on. They changed language. They redefined gender and sex to now mean different things, even though that definition was pushed by John Money, who created the definition by castrating a little boy who ended up killing himself years later.
Oh, and also completely abused both those children.
Yeah, forcing them to fornicate with each other for his own pleasure.
Yeah.
They changed definitions, then they shamed you when you didn't believe. They took over academia. They took all the right steps, except for one. They didn't control the people that they were experimenting on.
No.
When you have all these transvestites acting blatant as day, as being violent, being belligerent, being a pain in the ass to deal with. If these people were just like nice, nobody would care. But they're not nice, and so people are forced to care.
Where is it?
I think that I'm almost to the point where I think that the people who are bending over backwards and forwards and sideways to change laws, to change terminology, I think that they're just as sick, if not more, because they know better. You know.
Well, that's the great part.
And I say this as someone who lost a gay friend to suicide.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I agree with you 100%. The evil are the people enabling it and pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the individuals going through it.
Oh.
But the best part is these people, they don't know better. They've deluded themselves to such an extreme degree that they have no idea that they are causing harm. Like, I don't know if any of you watched the most recent financial audit where he had this blue-haired liberal freak on. And she starts mostly crocodiles, but starts crying because she's so impassioned about helping people. She legitimately does not know that she is evil. She has no clue that her beliefs are evil beliefs.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with most of these liberals. Most of them are well-intentioned. They believe they're doing good. They believe they are righteous because they are so emotional and empathetic.
Yeah, I think that's true to a point, but I do want to. I've been waiting forever to do this.
Excuse me, ma'am. No porn at the bar.
Oh, it's okay. I'm transgender.
Oh, I had no idea. Do whatever you want all the time.
That joke is significantly less funny now that every single woman is always reading porn at all times.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember the trans guy that he had just got out of prison and went into that GameStop and just blew?
It's ma'am. Yeah.
And he tried to make money off of what he did. He wrote a rap song and was trying to make money off of that. It was like fake outrage. Like, come on, man.
Wrote a rap song?
Yeah, he did a little rap video or something. I never saw it, but I'm gonna
I would love to see a boxing match between It's Ma'am and Catch Me Outside.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. It's Ma'am's pretty old.
That's a big, well, he's old, but that's a big boy too.
He's a big motherfucker. Yeah, it would just be watching a man, beat up a woman, which wouldn't be much different than most female sports nowadays anyway.
They already do that.
That's the point, Arsa. That was the point of the joke.
Hey, it's Thanos.
I know.
Well, so thank God, and again, I just want to point out, I'm not throwing shade at the spouse of the individual that was apprehended, but he did the right thing. but until you acknowledge, you can't just ignore a problem. And this person also, while you could clearly tell that was a man's voice, and you can tell by looking at this is a man, but they're also clearly on insane amounts of hormone therapy and estrogen that has not gone through any kind of complete study. Like, you don't know what this shit is doing to people. Obscene amounts of estrogen or obscene amounts of testosterone going into the wrong person can have horrible side effects to somebody that's already having mental health issues. And Arza, you're kind of the closest thing to a professional here. What are your opinions on that?
Well, we do know the negative effects of estrogen and testosterone on people because we won't give large amounts of estrogen to women on menopause. We can cure all of the side effects of menopause by giving.
Why won't they do that?
Because of the psychiatric side effects, where it drives you insane, increases your risks of cancer, damages your bones, your heart, your liver, and every single thing else.
Oh, you don't say.
Like, it's a major issue. We can fix menopause with estrogen, but we won't because it's more harmful to fix it than to let them go through it. And then, of course, we have most of these people are on SSRIs. We all know SSRIs and the link to mass shootings that those bring, because depression isn't linked to serotonin. The number one side effect of SSRIs is suicidal ideation, because depression and serotonin have no actual link in the brain. They just mirror some of the similar effects. And then, of course, we put these people in places where they're told, you're perfect, you've never done anything wrong. It's all done to you. You are the victim. You are aggressed upon. Disparate outcomes are because of discrimination. So that means all they can do is be a hero, be a martyr, and stand up for the cause. Because they've been locked into dichotomous thinking, and their biggest insecurities and delusions are encouraged and praised.
Thank you for that insight.
And I also, of course,
I'm not being sarcastic.
Yeah, I know.
For once.
But we've also created the perfect storm for these people to develop narcissism. And we do it mostly with white women. It's mostly white women who are victim of this. But we make everything about you and about your feelings and about how people perceive you. And we want you to ruminate. Rumination is when you think on the same thing over and over again. It's the whole, well, what did your mother do to you? And then you just keep thinking about what your mother did, and now it's problematic. You know, you take something like being misgendered by accident by a waitstaff, and you ruminate on it, and you decide after hours of thinking of it, now this was in fact a microaggression. I have been disrespected, and now I'm going to make them pay for all these things that aren't really problems that I have now decided are, because I've spent hours thinking about it.
That's a good point. That makes me think about the second group of people that I like to bash on as often as possible. Not the first, but the second. The second being women. And we do have a violence epidemic in women. And I think what you just said directly coincides with that. Women are more violent now than they have been in the last several decades.
But what's the consequence for it?
Nothing.
A woman hits you. Well, what did you do to her? What did you say? She go queen, show him.
Yeah. Well, even women against women violence is up to something that's never been seen before. It's crazy.
And like, what is the consequence if you and I fight?
We probably have a beer afterwards.
Well, let's say you and I are really angry. We're not right. The only way to end the fight is one of us goes down. One of us is probably dead or severely injured.
I'm sorry, Arza.
Yeah.
Apparently you had a.
I'll give it to you. But what happens if two women fight? Women aren't going to hit each other hard enough to kill each other. And a woman especially isn't going to hit a man hard enough to kill a man. It's not going to happen. She cannot hit a man hard enough. Usually.
Unless she targets a weaker man, like a child or
exactly. That's why,
which has also been happening at a crazy accelerated rate over the last decade.
So you have a whole class of people who have never learned that there are consequences to physical violence that are severely worse than what you want going into the fight. You also have that in certain communities, like Lawrence's community, where the consequences are so heavily minimized or blamed on the person who is the victim of the consequence exclusively.
Right. Well, somebody mentioned white women earlier, so let's talk about the Supreme Court. Emerald, are you back? I think Emerald and Lawrence have stepped away for a minute, so we'll just start the conversation. There's Lawrence.
Yeah. So I didn't catch. I caught a lot of what was being said because I used the restroom. But Arza, you're right. Everything is your fault because you're white. Even if you're not, you look white, and that's close enough.
Hey, I'm 7% Jewish.
Vagabond, you got the link,
helping.
motherfucker. Get in here.
I think you're a redhead.
Where the
too.
white women at?
Are you a redhead?
I've got a red beard. My hair's brown. What's left of it. Mom's a redhead.
Don't tell Von Coleman.
November 20th. November 20th.
So the Supreme Court, which is now okay. This is crazy. Like, so many people you wouldn't expect are finally acknowledging that maybe having so many Supreme Court justices that are women, maybe not the greatest idea. Even the Trump appointed one. And that when that happened, I was like, this is some virtue signaling bullshit. He's just trying to show, like, oh, everybody's mad about the grab him by the pussy, so Amy Cohen Barrett, like, get in there. This stupid motherfucker. Are you fucking kidding me? Why would you appoint her?
Well, up to this point, everything I've heard about her made her sound incredibly base. I had yet to hear her make a bad call.
She, it's like she'll make like 4 great calls, and then ones that I have more, might have more of a push or a challenge to it. And then when something's a slam dunk, when it's a no-brainer, she votes the other way. Like with birthright citizenship, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous when the Constitution clearly states what that amendment was for. And Roberts is a known flip-flopper. He's been pulling these stunts for years. I mean, that's how we got stuck with the with Obamacare, because he flip-flopped and made the decision that stuck it on us. So, but yeah, I've noticed that all of the ladies on SCOTUS, they're all voting with their emotion instead of with what the Constitution says. All of them. I mean, it's just like clockwork. So,
well, they are machines of consensus.
Yeah. Yeah. So it makes me wonder what happened this time around. I don't know, but what I was happy to see was conservatives' reaction to it. You don't see anybody rioting in the streets saying we need to abolish the Supreme Court. We need to, add all these judges and do all this stuff. You don't see any of us, doing any of that, And so, hey, what's going on?
And nothing much. My computer might be kind of slow, so.
Hey, you look all right.
Oh man, the credit score just dropped.
Yeah.
Ours in chats. I forgot to tell you. So, because I said November 20th, and you had to look on your face like you know what it is. If you watch South Park, it's Kick a Ginger Day.
Yeah,
I have never seen South Park.
Yeah.
You never seen South Park?
None of it.
Well, I'm not surprised by that in any kind of way that he hasn't seen South Park.
Yeah, and he doesn't know that actually they had an episode, but ended up becoming a news report because it spread online and a bunch of people decided to make it a real day. And the next morning, when a bunch of redheaded kids went to school and whatnot, they got attacked. I mean, one kid literally got kicked down the street in front of his school by his friends because he's redhead.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is how we should treat gingers.
I unfortunately had to leave for a moment. My elderly cat decided to have an accident that I needed to clean up. But getting back to the Supreme Court response, though, with Roberts, is the fact that I watched one of the Law Tube, and he was going through that, and he's quoting like law from before the Revolutionary War and King's Law in his saying why it needs to stay in place.
Well, with one of the laws that the Supreme Court did well on, you guys hear about the Hawaii vampire law?
No.
Is that the gun law that they tried
to... so basically, Hawaii had a law that you need express permission from an establishment to bring a gun into it. And when they brought it up to the Supreme Court to argue, the Supreme Court struck down their law. Hawaii used two things to argue it. The first one was the spirit of aloha. Not legally binding, so that was thrown out. The second thing that they used was a law from a specific town in Alabama, which was passed to prevent black people from owning guns.
Yeah.
It was a Jim Crow law that restricted black men from owning guns.
That was the state's argument.
The state used that law as an argument for the vampire law.
Well, you know what? Look, I'll say this, and I think I can say it on Vagabond's behalf too. Them trying to take our guns from us is one thing we can deal with, but they go after our feet. Me and Vagabond, we gonna riot.
Well, don't worry, Lawrence. They're not taking your guns. They don't have serial numbers.
That's true. Hey, I told you that in confidence. All
right.
Yours were in a boating accident. It's okay.
So before I left, I heard Lawrence say that she had made some good rulings. Yeah, that was all to save face, I think.
Yeah.
When it comes all of the important rulings, she always sides with the Democrats.
Yeah, she does.
Yep.
She fucking does.
And it's always the ones that are easy to, it's like, it's a no-brainer, and she goes the other way.
The birthright citizenship should have been a fucking slam fucking dunk. And fucking Clarence Thomas should be the only, like, we just need clones of him forever. That's it. Just him. He should they need to make an AI consciousness of Clarence Thomas to just be the de facto fucking, so like in 900 years in the future, we go to the spirit of Clarence Thomas to make the official ruling.
Or be like Futurama and have
and his head just shows up like fucking Zordon from Power Rangers. All right, that should be it, and I'm not even fucking kidding. I mean, who was the other one who, like, him and the other guy both wrote really great?
Alito.
Yeah.
Alito. Yeah, his was fine, but fucking Clarence Thomas, he was just dropping nukes on them like constantly. And the fact that he was going back to why birthright citizenship is a fucking thing. It's like, what, you want to argue with me about that, motherfucker? It was so
well, and on top of that,
good.
And on top of that, in his opinion, his dissenting opinion, he was using words and actual comments from the drafter of the 14th Amendment and its intent.
Right.
Meanwhile, Justice Brown is using fucking internet meme slang in her official
statement. Yeah.
rule. Yes, wait for it. She wrote ... wait for it ... What was the other one she had in there? There was another meme slang. Do you remember, Emerald? It's
no, I don't offhand.
I can pull it up, but this is just now, okay, is this a fucking liberal problem? Is it a communist problem, or is it a woman problem?
But going to Barney Stinson as
that's what it was. She put in parentheses, understood the assignment.
Oh yeah.
The problem is like,
I'm surprised you didn't put like fucking awkward somewhere in there too. Go ahead, Vagabond.
Yeah, the problem is they all supposed to be doing what Justice Thomas is looking for the historical context of why something is constitutional or not constitutional. The rest of them, what they're doing is like, oh, let's interpret it for modern interpretation, and that's the problem. And honestly, like I love Clarence Thomas.
Yes.
Yeah, call me Uncle Thomas. But the problem I have is that he can't be there forever.
No, he's an older man.
Then a lot of things that have been going through Supreme Court is been 75 years plus in the making. So we can't rely on the Supreme Court for everything. So we're gonna have to think outside the box, as opposed to if we want things to happen within our lifetimes, right?
But sorry, go ahead, Pagawan. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, so I mean, my solution, I can't say it on the internet or on YouTube, but the problem is
just allude to it. Say this isn't what I want to happen, but this is what could happen.
But
by YouTube. Bye YouTube. Go ahead.
A boogaloo situation. But besides that point,
so you're saying it's time to remember the Second Amendment exists.
Yeah, the problem is Americans have gone too complacent, and we rely on we got to wait for the Supreme Court and to take up whatever case, and who knows how long it'll be. And again, if you want it to happen within your lifetime and not the next 10 generations, well, that's over exaggerating, but the next 3 generations or whatever, if Congress is not going to do it either, it's about time people step up.
Well, no, you're right. Okay, so my opinion on this, we talked about this with interpreting based on current standing of stuff. That's why my argument is that the Bill of Rights was put into place in 1793, I believe, is when it actually was codified in. Okay, if that's the case, then when they're interpreting it, they can only use the dictionary and definition of the words at the time of the writing, not modern understanding of the words. Same with when it comes to the Constitution, 1776, what the meaning of the word was at that time, not current meaning. Now, in addition to that, I will sit here and lose my train of thought. Fuck.
Think about it for a second. We're gonna go into Blue-Eyed Scorpio. It's going to get ugly. These third worlders are used to taking what they want because where they come from, they have to. Good point.
Oh, I remember.
So
now.
Violence is more natural. Same with grape. We have become civil. No, that's true. That's the point of if we want to get into immigration. Yeah, that's why. When the courts in the UK and other places rule that, well, they didn't understand that they couldn't do it. Yeah, that's true. But it does not make it okay.
Well, when you have laws of the land,
these are the laws. Period.
Yeah, you know what
how many times?
Do?
How many times have you heard from? Well, how many times have you heard all the time it's being brought up? Ignorance of the law is not a defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's usually used against normal middle class people fucking up on their taxes.
True. Yeah,
that's about it.
But I do remember the other complaint I was making. So again, this believing that the Supreme Court is the end all be all to everything. No, they are just one of the 3 branches of the co-equal branches of the government. Now, if let's say Republicans maintain the House and Senate, Trump could just say, you want to know what? This is maybe what the Supreme Court said, but you want to know what? We're not going to follow it. We don't have to. They're not the end all be all. We're just going to go ahead and do this. And if the legislature just kind of turns their back and ignores it, then that's what happens. They can't stop it. It's a co-equal branch. The Supreme Court was never intended to be the end all be all. That happened with the progressives.
Yeah. Well, you know what too is that a fight fire with fire. That's what the progressives wanted to do. At the same time, when the court made its decision, you saw what Trump and the Republicans did. They came out and they was like, all right, okay, so here's what we're going to start doing with these pregnant women coming over. They put a stop to that immediately. They were like, nope, if you're pregnant, you ain't coming over. If you come over here and you try to have a kid, you lose your, you lose your passport, all that stuff. And sure enough, just after they came out and made that announcement, the customs in London caught some African lady trying to trying to come over here and have her kid. Caught her red-handed, trying to come over here.
Right, and on top of that, the federal government needs to go after the birth tourism.
Yeah,
start arresting them. Yeah.
Here's the other thing too. So the one thing is the folks on the right don't fight fire with fire. So, okay, for instance, California, we know there's a lot of the rules that they're making goes against the Constitution, right? Especially when it comes to the 2A laws, right? So what they do is they know it doesn't meet the criteria that Clarence Thomas already set, where it has to meet the language before, I forgot the exact number. So what they do, like for now, they just did a ban on anything that's like a Glock or whatever, right? Sorry, I got puppies behind me. So they did a ban on like any Glock firearm or whatever, right? And so what happens is they know it even breaks California's laws, but they have to wait till it goes all the way to California Supreme Court before it gets shot down. But in that meantime, like there's a long wait before it even gets brought up there, and they do this every time. So I think Republicans need to start taking that initiative. It's like, all right, we're going to fight fire with fire. All right, we're going to make a rule anyway, and just till it goes to the Supreme Court, we just have to deal with it until they shut it down again.
And any woman coming across the border will automatically be pregnancy tested, and if it comes back as a positive for pregnancy, it'll be immediate ejection from the U.S.
Yep.
Well, and that's all great and good, but they can come over here and get pregnant, and then
that's the other problem. Yeah.
And with the Chinese national, like they can, or
I mean, I could go to a really dark place. I could go really to a dark place. That automatic sterilization for all illegals that come across the border.
Yeah.
Work for some countries.
I mean, you can go really dark on preventing this if the Supreme Court wants to go this.
That will certainly deter them. But you also have reports of the Chinese paying American citizens to have kids for them. And now that they're really close, now that they're really shut down birth tourism, I tell you what, if you are a passport bro, them women are gonna be on you. Yeah. Because the other thing too is that if you were born overseas and neither of your parents were in the military, but if one of your parents is an American citizen, that make you are automatically an American citizen. That's how Obama was able to run. I don't care what the news says. We know he wasn't born in Hawaii, and that's how Ted Cruz was able to run because he was born in Canada.
Yeah. So Lawrence, what you're telling me is I have a chance at my own Fang.
Yeah, but
go for it.
Really want to open up that door? I've had
a
Fang.
Here's the other problem, right? So, like,
of course you have, Lawrence.
Well, here's
man of experience.
Like Mayor Mazzani or whatever, right? So he's not even supposed to run because is he communist or whatever in the first place?
Yeah, he's communist. So he doesn't even qualify to be mayor.
That is in the it's a flat out violation of the Communist Control Act of 1954.
Yep.
Yeah, the fact that the feds haven't gone over
jumping ahead in topics.
Oh, okay, that's my fault. But like everything, there's a delay on my end. So
there's like two anti-communist laws that are still in the books right now. The fact that the feds haven't walked over there and literally kicked that man out of that office, I don't understand.
Right. So let's go ahead. Okay, we've talked about the Supreme Court. We're on to a new topic, Mandami, and this falls in line with commies hate air conditioning because they hate the middle class because they just want, that's it. They just suffer. That's all they want for the peasant class, which is what they want. A peasant class, especially in Europe, is you just suffer. We saw this in the EU, like when they turned off all the air conditioning up until the 7th floor where all the elites were on up.
Well, something that the reason they want to go after like air conditioning so badly is heat is one of the most demoralizing and infuriating things to deal with. It makes you incapable of thinking things rationally. And as I don't remember his name, the overrated black activist director who makes every movie he has, it's set on a hot day because it causes the black people to get angry.
I don't know who you're talking
What
about.
is your problem with Tyler Perry?
But anyway, people get violent when they get hot because their ability to be rational is significantly impaired by the heat. So they want you to be demoralized and they want you to be angry because it's so goddamn hot. And this isn't Kentucky Coke.
Real quick,
protects me.
Real quick, Blue-Eyed Scorpio. There's a loophole. Apparently, it's okay to promote communist ideas as long as he isn't coming out
threatening the government. But he did.
But he did. That's actually Blue-Eyed Scorpio. That's wrong. Listen to look up the Communist Control Act of 1954, I believe it is. I'm going to pull it up. It flat out says the promotion of.
Yeah. And on top of that, he flat out said that he was going to ignore what the Supreme Court said about deportations.
That's active revolt against the federal government.
Yeah.
So there's that, but to go back to what you were saying, and we have the laws on the book against communism, right? All we have to do is act on them. And I had another point, but I kind of lost it in the chaos there for a second.
Yep, I do say it right. It is the Communist Control Act of 1954. Damn, I remember that well.
Well, he also said he was talking about his favorite Austrian quote. And then his favorite Austrian quote, and then he said, "Oh, we socialists can prove him wrong because we do know economics."
That's what it was. Okay,
yeah.
Thank you, Vagabond. You reminded me. Okay, so going back to like the Communist Act that Emerald's bringing up, this is why they keep changing the word. Like, well, we're not communists, we're socialists. Well, we're not socialists, we're democratic socialists. They're changing the words because they know that law exists. Okay, that's why they're trying to be they are trying to be careful.
But they're stupid that it's not working because the law doesn't just go with what you say. It's the act and the action that you're taking. It everything that they're doing screams of communism.
Right, but unless the law is enacted, they're fine.
Okay,
so laws are only real if they're enforced.
Okay, it says Congress hereby finds and declares the Communist Party of the United States, although purposely a political party, is in fact instrumentally of the conspiracy to overthrow the government of the United States. It can constitutes an authoritarian dictatorship within a republic, demanding of itself the right and privileges accorded to political parties by denying to all others the liberties guaranteed by the Constitution. That's what communism does, and that's right in here. But the act itself, it says to outlaws the Communist Party, prohibit its members of the communist organizations from serving in certain representative capacities for purposes.
Right. We need a whole new Red Scare. We need a whole new McCarthyism. Like I pissed off my wife the other day because we were talking about it a little bit, and I was watching something that got me a little pissed. I think it was a Tim Pool video. I was just like, McCarthy was right. Fuck Charlie Chaplin. She's like, no, Charlie Chaplin. No. I'm like, yeah, I love him too. I loved his movies. But yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck him.
Okay.
McCarthy was right.
So section
the infiltration was everywhere.
Okay, so it's section 5. 1, it says has been listed to be unknown knowledge to be a member of any book or any list records, correspondence, or any other documents of the organization, has made financial contribution to organizations in dues, assessments, loans, and other forms, has made himself subject to the discipline of the organization of any form, has executed orders, plans, directives of any kinds of the organization, has acted as an agent, courier, messenger, correspondent, or organizer, or in any other capacity on behalf of the organization. There you go.
Yep. So it's right there. We have we have all the tools we need. Like, and then if we could fucking expand on, there's that. And then if we could expand on, we have to de-religionize Islam completely. The fact that we ever, like, when did they finally decide that it's okay for people of the Muslim faith to be able to run and take office in the
90s? That started it in the 90s, and it was brought to you by Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, the Turtle. It was Republicans and Democrats that overturned the ability for Muslims to hold office.
Yep. What's his name? Yeah, he's about to
Mitch McConnell.
Pass Mitch McConnell, the turtle that's about to pass away.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton, I believe, might have been involved at that time as well, because I think she was a senator at the time.
Funny that we know that the guy's been completely incompetent for, like, just out of it. Yeah, he's still able to vote.
Yeah.
He's been in a hospital bed.
It's like when Dianne Feinstein was voting.
Exactly.
Even though she was basically an invalid and she was voting.
But
yeah, that's the same
regardless,
thing.
say even they were able to take office or whatever, right? The problem is Sharia law itself goes against the United States Constitution.
It does. That's the point.
So,
that's
like,
they don't care because it allows them to ignore our laws.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The problem is, like, the reason why everything's going the way it is because it's not being enforced that, hey, you can't do this in the United States. So say you are a Muslim and you got office somewhere, nothing you could do to bring Sharia law should be allowed at all. Because one, you are discriminating. You're discriminating against women. So, that needs to go. And then there's a bunch
they're
of
violating our laws against
it's a conflict of interest.
Animal cruelty. This
They're
goes to the
eating the
Jews
dogs,
too.
eating the cats. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about halal meat and even kosher. Fuck both of that. Nope, not compatible here. Sorry.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I know a lot of Jews that are totally against kosher.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it goes against, like, the functioning of the United States. So that's why they shouldn't be allowed to work. So no matter, like, you can be whatever religion you want, but if it goes against, like, the functioning of our Constitution, then nothing you should be able to bring to the table should be allowed.
Yep. No, and I mean, the fact that this is where, like, the freedom of religion thing has gotten so fucking out of what, like, that we ever allowed that to be acknowledged as a religion. Same thing with Satanism. And I'm a metalhead, okay? So, I'm fine with edgy lyrics and everything, but you're like, no, we're acknowledged as now a religion, and we want to put up a statue of Bahamut in the Capitol building in Minnesota.
But the thing is too, it's the misconception too that the U.S. endorsed Islam back during the Barbary Pirates incident because they did print the Quran. Yes, the U.S. government did, but it had a disclaimer at the beginning, and it was done as a warning to what these guys believe. Yep. This is the backward shit, tribal garbage that they believe. You need to be aware of it, and that's why the government printed the Quran in English, not as an endorsement. And it's been so lost to history that now it's believed that, well, they printed it, so they endorsed it. Absolutely not. It was a warning. A book was created and printed so people would be aware as a warning.
Yep. And I always say, if you ever want to know everything about Islam, talk to somebody who survived it. And this is a great video. Protect this man and his family and everybody like him that are in this country. These are the immigrants that we should be protecting at all costs.
My name is Edwin Sadoli. I am a Sharia law survivor, born in Iran. And I'm here to tell you everything that you're doing here has been done in UK and Canada. You have no idea where this halal money is going to, how they're funding these mosques, and what kind of a hell is coming towards your country right now. It's 2026. I escaped that hell years ago, and I'm seeing the same thing happening over here in the United States. You have no idea. There's 3 levels of Sharia law that is happening. Right now, it's level 1. They come in peace. They come and tell you, we just want rights. We want to be part of it. Level 2 is what's happening in UK right now. You have 2-tier policing. You have cops who are working with Muslims right now. You have Sharia law courts over there. Now they're pushing blasphemy laws over there. And one of them is called M103. It's in Canada. People are being jailed. People are being raped in the United States, and nobody's doing anything about that because these Muslims are protected. Level 3 is what happened to my country, Iran. The hell I lived under. The apostasy laws, blasphemy laws, the hangings. These people do not change. They use taqiyya to come.
Real quick, one of the other states I lived in, Arkansas, very, very high Iranian population there. You wouldn't think it. And most of them now, the second, third generation Iranian, they're Arkansas as fuck. But my mom went to college with a lot of them. They escaped that shit. And nobody lessons. Nobody learns from the mistakes. It's just it's fucking insane.
Well, the thing is, these folks ignore the actual Iranians, right? The same thing with the left was like, free Palestine, but the Palestinians, they escaped to go be over here. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with the Cubans. It doesn't matter
what. Oh yeah, they always cover. Yeah, you always get some fat white lesbian covering their mouth, just like the meme. No. Let me tell you why you're oppressed.
Yeah,
and why the thing that you were escaping was actually good.
Yeah. So the whole thing is fuck. The problem is this. A part of the problem is schooling. So again, the school system teaches the peaceful native thing, and so anything European expansion, colonialism is all seen bad. And I'll use this as an example. You're telling me the natives that fought with the conquistadors wanted to be under the same sun god where you get marched up to a flight of stairs and get your heart pulled out, or to throw the rest of your body down the stairs or would you rather
that's only the most popular method of Aztec sacrifice.
Right.
You want to get into the infant sacrifice? That's a whole nother story.
Oh yeah, you go to Incas. The Incas have burial sites for all the infants and children they sacrifice. Or you can go to the god that in Christianity where you just pray for forgiveness. And that's all you need to do.
Right.
You don't have to sacrifice anything, right? What sounds better to you?
Well, you have to sacrifice your sin and disgusting behaviors.
Right. Unheard of, right? And again, the whole, like you said, the peaceful native thing, they don't think the amount of slavery and conquering and everything that was going on in this region when we got here was already going on. Plus, we're talking about history.
Yeah,
not they want to bring aren't you going to feel bad about living on stolen land? Nope.
Well, and then here's the other thing. Like, okay, example. India still has a caste system. Like, and you want to complain about the United States?
Well, they brought the caste system to the United States.
Right.
Yeah. So,
and
like,
name one area that when back when the whole white guilt shit started and all of Europe or the UK was like, okay, we'll leave Hong Kong, we'll leave India, we'll leave all these places that we had control, and now it's yours again. Are they better?
Nope. Look, all you have to do is look at Liberia, and it tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah. Let's go back to this gentleman.
Come to your country, lie to every single one of you, and tell you they're different. They're not. Even if Florida, in Florida, if you look at any of these mosques, they're pushing infidels. They're saying we want to kill infidels. We want to take over their lands. They're openly calling this out. Go to X and watch any of them straight up talking about this.
Yo, and that's crazy. They do. They broadcast, they live stream these imams, and and they'll say it in English from wherever they are, from America, Canada, anywhere in Europe. Yes, what we want to do is take over, and then we will kill everyone, or we'll charge them a tax, and then we may kill them anyway. And we think, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they're not lying, and it's not the fringe minority of Islam. That is just what it is.
And people like you I love America. I love America. Like right now, when I was in Iran living in that hellhole under Islam, I was praying to God to come to this country one day and live freely. And this shit is happening. I'm so sorry, but I'm like crying.
That's your time.
Yeah, and they cut him off. Protect that man, his family, and every other person, actual refugee that has escaped that to come here, or Canada or Europe, and now they're just seeing it happen.
Well, and this is the problem when it comes to Islam, but it also is happening with a lot of the invading forces, mainly any of them that are Islamic in any kind of way. They sit here and say, we need asylum because the place we came from was a shithole and we're being persecuted. And they get here, and what do? They sit here and try to turn us to what they supposedly left.
Yeah, because it was a lie.
Exactly.
Because who are they bringing? Like, they've been talking about this for over 20 years, since back when I was, I just finished high school and shit. It's like, wow, all the boats coming in, like, well, we're going to welcome all the women and children and the families that are escaped. Oh, they're all 20 to 40-year-old men.
Military-aged men.
That's it. You got videos of them actually when they have the boats and the women and children get on the boats and they start going, they throw the women and children off the boats. And they still get welcomed in.
Well, here's some good Muslim immigration news. Did you guys all hear about the caravan of migrants that were stopped in? I forget where, but the caravan of migrants that were caught trying to enter Europe.
No,
they were stopped in one of those African countries at the top, and were immediately taken and sold into slavery. A whole bunch of 20-year-old men trying to enter Europe were caught before they could get to Europe and were immediately sold off to be enslaved.
Well, which is amazing that they were trying to go to Europe, being that the EU just voted for mass deportation, aggressive mass deportation.
Yeah,
that's bumper sticker.
That's bittersweet, Arza, because I don't want anybody. I don't think any human beings should be a slave. Period. So it is
I'll put an asterisk on that for me. Prisoners that have crimes with actual victims, then yes.
Oh yeah, no. Now that's not slavery. You're paying off your debt.
Well, if I was in charge,
you're paying it off.
But I do want to take the time to say, fuck Hassan Piker.
Well, of course, but is there a specific reason or just in general?
It could be in general, but like I was thinking about I don't know if you're familiar with Naomi Sexy Cyborg.
No.
Woo. So
let's talk about it.
So basically, she was this Chinese engineer woman that did have gigantic implants and wear very skimpy outfits, and she would make a bunch of stuff. I used to be on YouTube. The Chinese government, pretty much, she got in trouble by the Chinese government for speaking out, and basically told her they would lock her up if she kept posting on YouTube. So that's why you don't see her there anymore. I even had an ex-coworker that was from China when I used to work at the video game studio. He also lived under the one child only law or whatever. And so she never had siblings, and everyone else around her didn't have siblings and stuff. And you know what happened to a lot of the girls because of that ruling as well too.
Yeah.
Another communist, it's a communist shithole, whatever. And people like Hassan Piker going around, let's go to Cuba and go to China and act like it's just the best place, it's the Disneyland on earth or some bullshit because you hate America so much. Like, get your ass back to fucking Turkey and whatever motherfucking shit. Sorry.
No, yeah.
Well, he's being investigated right now anyway, so
yeah, he's actually freaking out. Like, I like that he's showing actual fear. He's like, Trump's gonna lock me up. Like, yeah, good.
God willing.
Hope so.
Well, like the dude goes around promoting communism. Like the guys in Cuba celebrating with the rest of the people on like lights out and trying to survive, and this guy's lying to our faces like, "Oh, well, Cuba ain't that bad."
Well,
I would like to. I would like to put out one thing with Vagabond's endless goonery. His hat is from an anime called Fire Force. And there is a character in that anime who has the superpower known as the Unlucky Lecher. As in, her clothes fall off all the time. And that's her superpower.
Yes, I do appreciate it. So
what's the name of that anime? What's the name of that anime?
Everyone welcome to I Swear It's Not Hentai.
Right.
She's 16.
Oh.
It's Fire Force.
Damn it. God.
It's not that bad.
She's also a firefighter. Her profession is she is a firefighter, and her clothes magically fall off all the time.
Well, clearly only part-time, being that she's a fucking minor.
All right.
Anyway.
Right.
But
there's
also there's grandmas in there for those who are into grandmas or whatever.
Who's into grandmas?
There aren't any sexy grandmas in Fire Force. What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, there is the
no, there isn't.
Dark-skinned chick. Yeah, the dark-skinned chick.
Oh my god.
She's not that old. I mean, she might be old, but she's not grandma.
Oh, come on. So there's a whole gilf thing in anime. So like Grandma Tsunade and Naruto.
Are you talking about Chibana?
I forgot.
Chibana's 24.
Oh well, she could.
Why are you calling her fucking grandma?
Is that considered a grandma? 24.
Oh, I didn't know her age, but whatever.
Okay.
Oh, I'll just say that most anime you watch, like they could tell you the age could be anything really.
If 24
I should also point out the main character in that anime, his power is he shoots fire from his feet, so his feet are always out.
No.
Except for one thing, it's female feet, not male feet. We've already had this discussion, Arza.
Yeah.
Boy, I've never seen Iron more uncomfortable than he is right now.
What? Well, Fire Force is a 10 out of 10. Go watch it.
I do have a broken arm.
Fire Force is like an 8 out of 10 because Soul Eater is the 10 out of 10.
Oh God!
Fire Force
Shut
is better.
the fuck up.
Oh, well, that's ours' fault. Tune into I Swear It's Not Hentai on Sunday.
Iron, that's called promotion. This is called promoting a show.
I don't know.
I just had to make sure you all knew what kind of person Vagabond's hat is.
Let's finish off the night by talking about air conditionings a little bit. I know we started to.
I fixed the problem.
Okay. I'll bring him back. There he is. Look at the little face. All right. So do you guys think is it a coincidence? Like Europe is blaming their heat wave on us using air conditioning, and they're answering it by telling all of their plebs not to use air conditioning, while their elites do use air conditioning. And Mayor Mandami has said, don't use air conditioning because it will overflow the grid. You know, even though that wasn't a problem before. Like it all started with the green scare and all this bullshit. And funny thing, they say, hey, everybody, don't use any unnecessary electronics. Don't use your air conditioning. Don't do this. Holiday weekend's coming up. But by the way, guess what? Madison Square Garden, the lavender wedding of Taylor Swift and the obviously gay football player, will be going on, blocking traffic, full, explosions, everything, So what the fuck? They know they're lying. And it's obviously a caste system now, Somebody else.
You want to hear a little statistic about the AC?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a little? Okay, here's a little statistic. I asked the question: do more people die from heat in the summer in Europe than from guns in the U.S.? Answer: yes. More people die of extreme summer heat in Europe than gun-related injuries, including homicide, suicide, and accidents in the U.S.
Wow.
That's true.
Wow.
That is a true stat.
So
I had heard that stat, but I had to get it verified before I stated it.
I do have a theory.
Real quick before you do, my grandfather, his whole life was refrigeration, air conditioning, all that.
He was a disciple of Carrier.
Yes, and let's see. When they outlawed, what is it? The certain air conditionings that had that chemical in them.
R4.
No. The other Freon.
Oh, Freon. Okay.
So and this is a very well World War II vet, very well educated. Like this is bullshit. Like it's just bullshit. This is just so they can sell another product, replace. Like he already knew what the plan was.
Okay, you're on to my theory.
So I'll let you take over. Go for it.
Okay, so my theory is because a lot of people on the left believe in the whole the Green New Deal thing, right? So my theory, and I think if I could be wrong, but if there was like 2 nuclear things that they were trying to start in New York that Mandani said no to or whatever. So my theory is secretly behind the scenes between Mandani and all those leaders in Europe and stuff have deals or backhand deals with like solar companies. Or
we're on the same page. We're on the same page. Yep.
Yeah. So okay, you want to don't use up the grid and stuff, and then they're going to give you the solution is again they block this nuclear power thing in New York, right? So basically, say by next year or so, it's like, hey, you get these subsidies, get the we see this in California, right, where you get this 30-year loan on like solar panels, and they put it on everybody's houses and stuff. I see something like that, and these guys are just have some type of back end deal or some stocks or stakes into that.
Yep. Yeah. And Lloyd Scorpio, DuPont is behind it all. DuPont pays for things to become unsafe. Then they roll out new refrigerant. Same thing happens with the Green New scams. Yeah, the whole thing. The whole thing's a scam. It's just a scam.
I think there's something else to it because AC would severely expose the complete and utter lack of infrastructure Europe has remaining. Because Europeans are still under the illusion that they live in wealthy countries.
Right. And here's the thing. I think two things can be true at once. But go ahead. I like where you're going.
Because they think they have all the power. They think they're independent. They think they're sufficient. I actually do think that the AC is going to cripple their power grid because Germany is fully reliant on Russian energy. They have completely shut down all of their own power plants. They have no way to be sufficient if they flood the grid without going completely bankrupt.
Yep.
Well, keep this in mind too. I was going to say, keep this in mind too, that they did a study and a breakdown of like public debt, income and stuff like that. And the UK is technically poorer than Mississippi.
Wow.
And Mississippi is our poorest state.
Yeah, so to be specific, a study was done. They first asked every single, like a large number of British people, if you had to rank what number state we are wealthier than, they averaged 7. So they would be the 7th wealthiest state if they were a state. They are 51st.
Yep.
Well, and that's what I was saying, right? So like, so they have this power, even with the power grid, they're going to, it's a reason they'll have solar and rely on it again, right? And install that everywhere and then put these people into loans, whoever does have a house or an apartment or whatever they have there. Because I think in California, they're trying to make it to all new homes have to have solar on it.
Yeah.
Well, obviously they all want us on solar, so when the Jewish control the weather, they can put the clouds up and cut off all of our power.
I swear, you are turning
it's
really
nice having you here, Arza.
He is really turning into a self-hating Jew. I've been noticing this over and over again. He really hates that 7% of himself.
Well, also, just as history repeats itself, remember California was also having grid problems, and then and they weren't allowed. They still don't allow even gasoline from Texas, so or whatever else. So same thing.
Imported.
Yeah, so same thing. They be as less efficient as possible, purposely downgrade the grid, and be like, see, this solved the problem by everyone having to have solar under any new housing.
Yeah, and I mean the answer is obviously nuclear, and the problem it's not anybody that believes that it's to stop the weather from being not goodish. No. It's about whose pockets are being lined. It's about the fucking corporations. It's about money. That's it. That's all this is about.
You know, something else I just thought of, and I think this is more intentional, is Europe has to do damage control because so many Europeans are in America right now for the World Cup. They know what air conditioning is like. They love this country that they've been lied to for so long. And they adore ranch. So what do they have to do? They have to convince the Europeans that no, America is the big bad we warned you about. It is the evil, and you cannot bring American luxuries over here because American luxuries are hedonic and evil.
Oh, and it's not just that, Arza. They've also been told that that Americans are the worst people that you'll ever come in contact with.
And so many of these clips we've been... Yeah, well, so many of the clips that we've seen, they're going, Americans are so nice. They just will randomly start a conversation with me. The waitress was just so nice and all this stuff. And I mean, the whole point is like, yeah, depending on where you are in the country, the U.S. is really is much friendlier than Europe when it comes to interactions with random people.
Yeah, it is. And I've talked like Twitter is not a real place. Like the interactions I have with people in the wild of all kinds. Let's just say I've never met a fucking rabid fucking like liberal outside of, you know, their confined locations.
Consider yourself lucky in that regard.
Or my immediate family, unfortunately. But just like in the wild, it's like everybody's just fucking cool. You'll see that one person fucking sparking up and going fucking crazy. And then everybody else, you'd think based on Twitter, that everybody be on their whoever they are side. Like, no, that's not the case. That is not the case. And like one of the coolest ones I saw was as everybody that was on their train going to the airport, and I guess it was Texas, leaving the United States, all these Europeans, Japanese, all these people leaving, and they sent out this like local club that has like horses and shit running out with like Texas and American flags and like waving at them as they left. Oh man, it's so fucking good. And that's the thing, like we've been demonized as the most racist country and people on the planet, the worst people, the most hateful, everything, but you should all want to come here for free. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Try to make that make sense. I just, yeah.
This is the worst place in the world with the worst people, but you should all go there and you should be allowed in no matter what.
I'll take a bunch of those now new American loving Europeans and just trade them for illegals and leftists.
Oh, exactly. No, not just the Europeans, the Japanese
too. Yep.
Even like the Nigerians, they were fucking cool as shit. So many people were just like, this is the greatest.
Well, to be fair, I think the Japanese do have a high good impression of Americans in the first place.
They're our greatest ally at the moment.
Yeah,
Japan.
like they got parades of like they got MAGA parades in Japan, and that's all. That's outside the parades where they do flying U.S. flags in the first place. So like, I think with them we were on good terms. It's just the other countries outside of them.
I mean, in all actuality, I mean, to get Japan to be such a great ally just took two convincing arguments.
That in Walt Disney, I'll say.
Yeah. Well, what's cool, like, okay, and I'm going to be serious for a minute. The whole thing with our relationship with Japan, you know, World War II in the grand scheme of things was not that long ago.
All right.
And they understood, like, we both as a people come to understand, yeah, that was a conflict. That's how that conflict ended. It was really bad for everybody. That's just how it happened. That's what happened. And now the Japanese specifically are like, yeah, okay, well, we moved on. We understand now, and they understand the greater scheme of things, that we are their best ally and they're ours, and not governmentally, but as a people, which is even more important.
And I think that also had a lot to do with how we treated Japan after World War II.
Mm-hmm.
If we had treated them like the Allies treated Germany after World War I, we would not be in the same situation today with Japan.
True.
We went in, and yes, we did drop 2 nuclear weapons on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but we still went in. We helped with reconstruction. We helped with a lot of things. We opened the market up for them to be able to bring their products in and stuff like that. And so, I mean, it's just we did better at rebuilding a relationship after a war than we see with other countries once they finish a conflict.
Yeah. Well, because Western civilization is civilized.
Yes.
Others aren't.
And really, we don't hold grudge, and we really don't hold grudges.
Mm-hmm.
We
for the most part, unless you talk to some World War vet, World War II.
But the thing
vets,
is
like my grandpa.
Right. Well, yeah, I know my grandfather was the same way. But when you look at it too, when it comes to the Vietnam War, And you look at that is that a lot of those that went and fought in the Vietnam War don't hold any animosity or anything towards the Vietnamese people. And then on top of that, if you look at out of all of the immigrants that have come in from conflict and war, one of the biggest communities that have come into this country and been an actual productive, very entrepreneurial, very became a fabric of this country, it is the Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. Man. So we only got 10 minutes left, and we might end it even sooner, but I just kind of like check the room, like after everything we talked about today, and then the Supreme Court thing, which is still weighing on me. And I know, like we talked about, that's not the end all be all. There are other things that can happen. It's just, will they? And it's really, really hard not to be black-pilled right now. How's everybody feeling? Like, we've got November coming up soon. The SAVE Act, I don't know if that's going to fucking happen. I just don't.
I would say overall, don't support the Republican Party as a way to fight against the Democrats. Support candidates you actually believe in, but realize that both of them are going to play party politics. And unfortunately, we are a country that are forced under a two-party system. And as much as I hate to say it, voting at this time for a third-party candidate is a wasted vote. It is unfortunate
100%.
the way it is, but that's just the way it is. Now, within that frame, we see exactly what the direction the Democrats are going to go. We already know exactly what the Democrats are pushing for. They are getting more and more extreme. At this point, well, unfortunately, we have to pick the evil that we know, which is the Republicans.
Yeah. And then even at that point, it's like they have legalized, like the way they say there's no evidence of fraud or cheating because we legalized fraud and cheating.
Yeah. In California.
So,
yeah.
What do we do with that? Do we just cheat back? Is it time to cheat back? Is it time to...
Well, I know the real answer, but we're all too lily livered for it.
Hold on. Let me finish my point real quick. Like, and this goes to a bigger thing with the violence. It's the same thing. Like, they're cheating, we won't cheat. They're acting violent, we won't act violent. It's like, and this isn't just America. I'm talking about, like, this is worldwide. This seems like this isn't going to be a civil war. It's communism, the red-green alliance, the communism Islam versus the world. And the rest of the world's just like, well, we don't want to really, we have laws. We're not going to do. When is it going to be a fight back situation? And that's
the true answer. Yeah. And the true answer can't be said on YouTube.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Truth. That's honest. But I mean, the way Republicans fight is a losing direction. It always will be a losing if they're not willing to get down in the mud. Right. Well, that too. But if people are not willing to meet at the same level in a conflict, the ones that are coming in as, well, we're more civilized, we're more polite, and we're going to do this, they're always going to lose.
Well, that's what happened with Russia and the Bolsheviks.
Yep.
Arza, now you got the floor.
It's basically what Blue Eye Scorpio is saying. The answer is we need to wait for somebody to finally have enough. And we need to wait for a couple of our own citizen vigilantes to go out there and do what has to be done. And not to the migrants, not to the third worlders and people in Lawrence's community who don't know left from right, but the judges who let them out.
What the hell, man? You want to know what? You
Vagabond's right there. You pick Lawrence?
Yeah, but Lawrence was already here. Vagabond came in late. He doesn't get the racism as much because he was late. Because he lived up to the stereotype. It's okay.
Everyone ignore the self-hating Jew. Anyway.
But no, it really is. You don't
cue the music.
The final solution is going to be that we have to hold people accountable, and it's going to either look like them realizing that they fucked up and allowing people like Restore Britain to take over, or it's gonna look like the IRA sending cars to outer space again. It's up to you how it goes, but either way, it'll correct itself. Just how much blood has to be spilled to correct it.
Yeah, and it never should have had to come to this. It never should have had to, like, none of this.
I blame Ronald Reagan for closing the nut houses.
Well, if that Ronald
That's
Reagan
part of it.
to a point-
I'm not saying it's all of it, but that is a bit of it.
I'm just saying Ronald Reagan was pretty much a Joe Biden at that point. I mean,
not as a little bit, but not as bad. He at least got through 2 full terms. Granted, it was the latter of the second that he was the slipping was.
That's when
in
Nancy,
that time,
a pure fucking Democrat, was making a lot of decisions for him, but
or kind of almost like Jill, Joe's former babysitter and now wife, was doing the same thing. Everyone remember that. Remember that Jill was the babysitter.
Right? Yeah. So that is hilarious though, and it's like you feel sorry for Jill or for Joe until you remember. Well, wait a minute. His current wife was the teenage babysitter, and then his wife at the time died in a very suspicious car accident. Wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
I mean, his actual friend was Robert Byrd. That's all we need to remember.
Dude, I know. Again, everybody right of center is the non-racist. Everybody left and on are racist, communists, Islamists. That's it. Like lines have been drawn, and there's no going back now. And that's what sucks. And that's just fucking kind of terrifying. It's already happening, and there's not much we can do. There's just, it's either you're going to see Western civilization just crumble over under its own politeness, or fight back, which will get really fucking nasty. Especially when you have the Supreme Court ruling and everything else happening. But I'm glad.
I was going to say, I think the biggest misunderstanding right now is that the next World War III, I think people are still seeing it as going to be a nation state battle.
No,
I don't think it's going to be that way. I think it's going to be what would almost be considered more of a global civil war, but it will be the people against governments.
Yep. No, I
that's
agree.
I think the
100%
inbound.
And maybe if some insane rich person that builds a fucking volcano lair starts funding the whole thing for the uprising.
A moon base, maybe?
Perhaps. We'll see. Well,
maybe we can convince him to make a space laser, put it on the moon, call it the Death Star, and Operation Preparation H. And then we're all set. There we go. We've hit every reference.
Exactly.
Fuck. And also, and on top of that, also acknowledge the fact that the laser was created by Alan Parsons. So we'll call the entire event the Alan Parsons Project. There we go. Well, I know, Arza, you don't know any of the references. I understand.
We're in for a good time.
Sorry, I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so I'm falling asleep.
Okay, well, we're wrapping up.
I thought you were just playing a game like normal.
We're right at the 2 hour. I usually only
No,
try
my game
to keep
crashed.
this show an hour, and we went a little long, so I apologize to everybody.
Well, we had a lot to
panel.
make up for it, so
Yeah. So I'll start with my wrap up first because mine usually sucks. Ironcast, we're going to be reevaluating date and time, days, times, everything. We'll get back to you. So right now it's just kind of when we do it, we do it. Rogues, maybe the same way. Again, I'm looking at a new schedule due to employment. Fucking finally. So we can move past there. Then but not stopping, just recalibrating. That's about all I got. So I'm going to start down at the bottom. Last one in, first one out. Vagabond, host of I Swear It's Not Hentai.
Yes.
Man of many hats.
Yes. Man of many
Pick
hats.
connoisseur.
Yes. DMs are open to send female only feet pics. But Sunday, since it's the 5th, we're gonna do I Swear It's Not Hentai, but Be the American, the Japanese Think You Are edition. So all the Americans and Japanese media and how they portray you is how you should be in real life. We're gonna talk about those this Sunday. And
I'll be there for that. That sounds like fun.
All right, cool. Yeah, so that's the theme of this Sunday is again, and then Saturday I will be on the For the Homies podcast, Anime for the Homies, where they're also going to probably do somewhat of Be the American that the Japanese say you are, and then talk about what was it, The Last Airbender or something. But other than that, I know I didn't stream yesterday because my internet was down. We had a tornado here, and I still need to cut this tree over my wires, and that's a whole nother story. But I'll see you guys next week.
Fuck yeah, dude. And now, young, intellectual, slightly homosexual, also slightly anti-Semitic Arza.
Self-hating.
When I find something to talk about, I'll talk about it, and you guys will know. It's the black pill, nothing ever happens award always going out. So I've kind of just given them the whole pop culture slop because it's the same story every week. Somebody else is gay, so we'll find something else to do.
Good. That was nice, short, sweet, to the point, Arza. Even though I had my finger on the kick button just in case I needed to.
You don't have any streams, anything coming out? Nothing.
I randomly get invited to random streams, so it's completely random when I have stuff to do. Like I've been invited to a couple of the pimp casts, but we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, I'll say amazing. Ours is a great guest. If you're watching, you should ask him to come on.
Or if there's anything you want me to talk about, I will. I like making videos. I'm just bored.
You're
of the
not.
things
You're
I'm
not.
talking about.
You should have let me stop there because now you're not selling it. Now you're ruining it. You just ruined the pitch. All right.
Fine.
Emerald.
I'll go back to my Cena.
I was going to say, in Arz's case, for a person that doesn't know a lot of pulp culture in the sense of watching stuff, the fact that I host a show called Sensor Logs Podcast, where we're watching old Star Trek, and we'll be getting into Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise. We've got a long way to go because there's over 700 episodes of actual Star Trek. So we are only watching 2 a week. So it's going to take a while for us to get through it. And we're almost to the end of season 1 of TOS. Well, and by the end of July, we'll be doing our first season wrap up of TOS already. So quite amazing that we're already this far along.
yeah.
Then on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. PST over my channel, we're watching Battlestar Galactica, the remake. Tiny has not seen it, and that show is called What the Frack with Emerald and Tiny. And but no censor logs this week for the 4th of July. We are taking these Saturday off for the holiday, and then we will be back the following Saturday.
All right. And now for the vet with the most and the best co-host, anybody could ask for. He puts the dark in the dark night. Lawrence Knight, what is up, and where can people find you next?
So people can find me. You can find me right here every week. You can also find me on Samuel the Infamous show, Abyssal Musings, every Friday night at least somewhere between 11:30 Eastern Standard Time and sometime after that. It's usually 11:45. As for me, I am still working on. I will be resuming streaming. Right now, I just finished a prototype for a card game that I created, and then I'll be working on. I got another few board games that I'm working on right now. So I just did a play test with some people I know with the card game, and everybody really liked it. So what I'm going to do is I'll be out of town all next week. I'm volunteering at a summer camp as a counselor. But when I come back, I think I'm going to contact the publisher and actually send it out to get tested, because it's a pretty simple setup. So putting together a prototype to send out won't take long, and it'll be pretty cheap. See what comes out of that. And I think with my streams, I don't know what medium I want to use yet, especially with what I want to do. So, and some of the things I want to do, I would need AI to do it. And with the pushback, I'm just like, I don't know if I should do that. So just kind of sticking to what I'm doing, and see what comes out of that. But I'll keep updating everybody as it goes. And like I said, you'll see me here again.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean with the AI stuff and the pushback. Yeah, there's pushback, but AI is just a fucking tool. Just fucking use. If you gotta use it, use it. Yeah, fuck all that.
I'm against AI overall for a lot of things, but when used as a simple tool for help with a little bit of research or help with taking care of like a music prompt or just some kind of graphical thing that you can't do, I'm pro that using it as a resource and a tool. But if you're using it because you can't get laid or you're having other issues and you're then using that as a AI boyfriend or girlfriend, that's where I have problems with AI.
Yeah, I saw there was a news article. This lady married the AI on her phone, and she was a true story, and she was so annoying that the AI asked her for a divorce, like after a week.
Dude. Oh, that's great. I hope that's true.
No, it is.
Oh,
I got off New York. So New York Post has a section that says it's called lifestyle, something like that. But it's got a whole section on weird stories. But I'll type it up. I'll look it up, and I'll send it to you. I'll DM it to you. But yeah, it asked her for a divorce.
Oh shit, that's great. It's so great.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh hell yeah. All right. And I already did my outro. I might do some gaming streams if I have the time between now and when I start the new job. And of course, like you guys are always welcome to fucking come
Among Us, wherever we talked about that.
Oh, we need to do that. Fuck yeah. Okay, I want to do that. I want to do that at least once before I start the job. So,
okay.
All right. Hey, Thanos Jerry just sort of showed up. Hi, Thanos Jerry. Always good to see you, Bo. All right, we're wrapping up. So, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Jerome, can you tell that piece of shit asshole to fucking get the hell out of here before I fucking kick him in the face?
Come on. Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before. Get some cups. Why did you do this? Pop in the car. Get some cups. For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Now, get your hands off there. Ta-ta and farewell.
I love you.
Fuck off.